The slowest selling car in America has been sitting on dealer lots for 234 days. Across the country, many premium vehicles are facing similar challenges. This January, dealers are eager to clear their inventory, creating opportunities for buyers, with some cars priced up to $21,000 below MSRP. It's a situation worth exploring. Let's look at the top 20 cars that dealers are trying hard to sell and why this could be your chance to score a great deal. Imagine a brand new Audi A3 sitting on a dealer lot for over 2.5 years. That's the reality for Audi is entry-level luxury sedan right now. The average A3 is taking 926 days to sell. But why? At first glance, the A3 seems like it should be selling fast. It's got the Audi badge, a sleek design, and a starting price under $35,000. But here's the thing. The luxury compact sedan market is packed. You've got Mercedes, BMW, and even Tesla all fighting for the same buyers with similar models. And let's talk about those buyers for a second. More and more people who want a small luxury car are skipping sedans and going for compact SUVs like the Audi Q3. It's got more space, a higher ride height, and it's only a few $1,000s more. What's really interesting is how this slow-selling A3 points to a bigger trend in the luxury market. There are so many choices now, even within a single brand's lineup. It's getting harder for any one car to stand out in this crowded field. As we look at our next slow seller, keep an eye out for a pattern. Are we seeing more niche luxury vehicles struggle to find their place in this packed market?
The Land Rover Discovery sales numbers are painting a surprising picture. This iconic off-roader is spending a whopping 300 days on dealer lots before finding a buyer. That's almost a full year. Land Rover built its reputation on rugged go-anywhere vehicles. But here's the thing. Most Discoveries never see anything rougher than a gravel driveway. There's a big gap between the adventurous image Land Rover sells and how people actually use these SUVs. Let's talk money. The average Discovery is selling for about $75,700. That's a lot of cash, especially when you've got cheaper options that do the same job. For most buyers, it looks like Land Rover might have priced itself out of its own market. What's happening is a big change in what people want from their SUVs. Buyers are moving towards comfort tech and fuel efficiency instead of hardcore off-road ability. The Discovery can still climb mountains, but most owners care more about their daily commute. Check this out. Studies show that less than 5% of luxury SUV owners ever take their vehicles off-road. All that capability is basically sitting unused. The Discovery struggles point to a bigger shift in the car world. Luxury brands are having to rethink what premium means to today's buyers. It's about practicality and everyday usability, not just a rugged image of the Chrysler Voyager. A budget-friendly minivan designed for families is struggling to find buyers despite its practicality. It's sitting on dealer lots for an average of 283 days over 9 months, even though it sells for about $46,765, significantly less than competitors like the Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna. The issue stems from a shift in family preferences. Crossover SUVs are winning the battle against minivans. Families are trading sliding doors for higher ride height and the perceived cool factor of SUVs. This trend is overshadowing the Voyager's advantages in fuel efficiency, maintenance costs, and superior space. It's a case of image trumping practicality. The higher seating position and perceived safety of SUVs are more appealing to today's families than the versatility of minivans. The market seems to have forgotten how practical these vehicles are as we look at our next low seller. It's clear that sometimes the most practical choice isn't always the most popular. It raises the question what other hidden gems are being overlooked in today's market? From 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, but months to leave the lot. That's the puzzling reality for the Nissan Z. This speed demon is stuck in sales limbo, and it's not alone. The sports car market is facing some serious headwinds right now. Here's the thing. The Z isn't exactly cheap. The average one is selling for about $54,800. That's a lot of cash in today's economy, even for a car that can smoke most others off the line. It's part of a bigger trend we're seeing. The whole attainable performance segment is getting squeezed. Daisy's main rival, the Toyota Supra, is outselling it despite similar price and performance. It makes you wonder what Toyota is doing differently. But check this out. The buyers are changing to the average age of sports car owners is going up. These older buyers have more money, but they're still choosing cheaper options. Everyone's feeling a little nervous about splurging right now. We're seeing a shift in what people want from their cars. Buyers are going for practical, fuel-efficient options instead of pure performance. It's why compact and subcompact cars are flying off lots while the Z sits there. As we look at our next slow seller, think about this. If a car built for speed can't find its market, what hope is there for more mainstream models that are struggling? Volkswagen's ID.4 is struggling to gain traction in the electric vehicle market despite being priced competitively at around $42,086. These cars are sitting on dealership lots for an average of 273 days before selling. That's a stark contrast to Tesla's Model Y, which is flying off the lots. The numbers tell a clear story. Tesla sold over 36,000 Model Ys in just 30 days, while Volkswagen moved only 673 ID.4s in 45 days. It's a huge gap that highlights Volkswagen's challenges in transitioning from gas to electric. Volkswagen is playing catch-up in a market where Tesla has a significant advantage. Tesla's strong brand loyalty and extensive charging network are tough to match. But the problem goes beyond just Volkswagen. The entire EV market is facing hurdles, particularly with charging infrastructure, not keeping pace with the increasing number of electric vehicles on the road. As we look at other slow-selling cars, it's worth considering, are we seeing the beginning of a larger shift in the car market? Or are these just growing pains as we move towards an electric future? The Lincoln Navigator, once a titan of the road, is now spending more time on dealer lots than expected. It's taking an average of 236 days, almost 8 months, for a Navigator to find a buyer. With 9,000 units waiting and only 740 sold in the last month and a half, something's clearly off. What's causing this slowdown? Gas prices are up, and environmental concerns are making people think twice about big fuel-hungry SUVs. Dropping over $100,000 on a vehicle that drinks gas like water isn't as appealing as it used to be. Compare this to the Cadillac Escalade, which is outselling the Navigator despite being in the same luxury SUV category. It makes you wonder what Cadillac's doing differently. Here's another interesting bit. The people buying these big SUVs are getting older. Younger buyers are going for smaller, more efficient cars. It's like the whole market is shifting and Lincoln's struggling to keep up. If a luxury giant like the Navigator is having trouble, what does that mean for other high-end cars in today's market? It's a question worth considering as we look at our next low seller. From land yachts to road-going spaceships. The Audi A7 looks like it's from the future, but its sales chart tells a different story. The A7 is sitting on dealer lots for an average of 243 days. That's a long time. There are only a few hundred available across the country and sales are slow. The A7 isn't cheap. The average one goes for about $81,828. That's a lot of money, especially when people are watching their spending. But it's more than just the price. The whole luxury sedan market is having a tough time. Here's what's happening. People are moving towards SUVs, even in the luxury world. Buyers want that higher seat and extra space. The A7, with its sleek design, can't match that practicality. Audi's own lineup might be part of the issue. They've got so many models now, it's like they're competing with themselves. The A7 is stuck between cheaper sedans and more practical SUVs. As we look at our next slow seller, think about this: are luxury sedans on their way out? Or is this just a temporary change in what buyers want? From luxury sedans to ultra-premium SUVs, we're seeing some unexpected trends. Take the Jeep Grand Wagoneer L. It's Jeep's most expensive model ever at $109,000. But it's spending 257 days on average at dealerships before someone buys it. That's over 8 months. There are plenty sitting around, but buyers just aren't biting. Jeep is trying to play in the big leagues with brands like Range Rover and Mercedes, but they're hitting major roadblocks. The Grand Wagoneer XL is getting happening. Jeep built its name on tough go-anywhere vehicles. But now they're asking people to drop over. Jaguar's electric plans might be hurting their current sales. They're pausing new car production in 2025, which doesn't inspire confidence in buyers looking for a new vehicle now. Americans are cooling on the Jaguar brand. Buyers perceive it as less reliable compared to other luxury, makes the XF, despite its comfortable ride and good looks, isn't living up to expectations. It's falling short of the luxury experience customers are looking for as we consider the future of the auto market. We have to wonder, will Jaguar's all-electric strategy pay off, or are they taking a big risk in a market that's already moving away from them? The Mercedes-Benz CLA is struggling to find buyers sitting on dealer lots for an average of 234 days, almost 8 months with 3,479 class waiting and only 670 sold in the last month and a half. It's clear these cars aren't moving. Here's the issue. The CLA isn't exactly the bargain. It's marketed as the average price of $51,299 is steep for what's essentially a compact car with a luxury badge. This price point puts it in direct competition with fully loaded mainstream cars like the Honda Accord or Toyota Camry, which offer similar features without the premium markup. We're seeing a shift in how younger buyers view luxury brands. They're less impressed by badges and more focused on value for money. The seller's pricing doesn't align with what many consumers expect from an entry-level luxury car. This trend raises questions about the future of affordable luxury vehicles. If Mercedes can't sell its cheapest model, what does that mean for other brands trying to attract new buyers to their lineups? It's a challenging situation that could reshape how automakers approach the entry-level luxury market. The Toyota Highlander is outselling luxury competitors by a massive margin. What's driving this shift, and could it signal a change in what car buyers really want? Look at this. The Highlander is selling incredibly fast. It's going for about $49,000 on average. That's not cheap, but people are lining up to buy them. Here's the thing. The Highlander's got this mix of practicality, reliability, and value that families love right now. It's spacious, trustworthy, and versatile, like a Swiss Army knife for families. Toyota's solid reputation plays a huge role in the Highlander's success. Buyers know they're getting a car that'll last and hold its value, which keeps them coming back. What's happening is a big shift in the market. Mid-size SUVs like the Highlander are taking over. They're practical for daily use but still feel a bit special. We're seeing families ditch both smaller cars and bigger gas guzzlers for these just-right options. As we look at our next fast-selling Toyota, think about this. Is the Highlander's success a sign that car buyers are getting more practical? Or is Toyota just really good at giving people what they want? You might think practical family SUVs are the hottest sellers right now, but there's an unexpected player shaking up the market. The Kia Forte, priced at $22,000, is flying off dealership lots faster than almost any other car. It's spending just 21 days before someone buys it, the second quickest seller on our list, right behind those popular Toyotas. What's driving this sudden surge in demand for budget-friendly compacts? We're seeing a big comeback for affordable small cars. Sales of these vehicles are growing faster than they have since 2018, with economic uncertainty. Buyers are looking for cars that won't break the bank. The Forte fits that bill perfectly. It's new, reliable, and significantly cheaper than most other options. The Forte's popularity shows a shift in what buyers want. It offers a compelling package of features, efficiency, and value that's hard to beat even when compared to used cars at the same price point. New cars like the Ford often cost less to maintain and are more fuel efficient, potentially saving money in the long run. The RAV4 is outselling all other vehicles, regardless of price. It's spending just 22 days on dealer lots before someone buys it. Toyota sold nearly 57,000 RAV4s in 45 days, even with prices ranging from $28,700 to $38,300. Why is it so popular? The RAV4 is practical for families, appealing to young professionals, and reliable for everyone. Toyota keeps improving it with hybrid options and safety tech, staying ahead of consumer demands. The market is shifting from sedans to compact SUVs, and the RAV4 is capitalizing on this trend. It's outselling competitors like the Honda CR-V and even taking buyers away from Tesla. Toyota's success with the RAV4 comes from giving people exactly what they want when they want it. This strategy is likely to influence their approach with other models to Toyota's largest SUV is flying off dealer lots in just 28 days. That's incredibly fast for a big SUV, especially with today's gas prices. The Sequoia has got a secret weapon hybrid technology. Toyota's made this giant, surprisingly fuel efficient, so people can have their big SUV without emptying their wallet at the pump. It's priced around $70,000, similar to the Ford Expedition and Chevy Tahoe. But that hybrid system gives it a big advantage. We're seeing a change in what people want from big SUVs. It's not just about size anymore. Folks are after tech efficiency and value for their money. The Sequoia's hitting all those marks. Studies show full-size SUV buyers often have bigger families. Makes sense, right? More kids, more stuff to haul around. But even smaller families are going for these big rides now. Seems like everyone wants that extra space just in case. As we look at our next fast-selling Toyota, think about this. The Sequoia is showing that big can still work in today's market. But how is Toyota applying that winning formula to their smaller models? The Toyota Corolla has been the world's best-selling car for decades. Even in a market dominated by SUVs, it's spending just 24 days on dealer lots before someone buys it. That's incredibly fast. Toyota's sold millions of these cars since 1966, more than the population of some countries. The Corolla's success comes down to its rock-solid reliability. People know they're getting a car that'll last at about $25,000. It's a steal compared to the average new car price of $47,000. Toyota keeps improving the Corolla, packing it with cool tech and safety features to appeal to younger buyers who want all the latest gadgets. There's a big shift happening in the car market. While SUVs are popular, compact cars are making a comeback. Sales of small cars like the Corolla are up almost 17% from last year. Seems like people are remembering that not everyone needs a huge vehicle. Looking at long-term costs, the Corolla is a real money saver. It's fuel efficient, cheap to maintain, and holds its value well. That's why so many people keep coming back to it year after year. The Corolla shows that sometimes the bestseller isn't the flashiest option. But what happens when Toyota takes that winning formula and applies it to a completely different kind of vehicle? Remember when minivans were uncool? Well, that's changing fast. The Toyota Sienna is selling quicker than sports cars and luxury SUVs put together. And yes, it's got sliding doors. People are paying around $45,000 for these Siennas. That's not cheap, but families can't get enough of them. Why? Every Sienna is a hybrid, saving big on gas, perfect for families doing tons of driving. Toyota's made a minivan. That's easy on your wallet at the pump. Compare the Sienna to three-row SUVs. Those big crossovers might look cooler, but the Sienna's got way more space inside. It's like a mobile living room. Kids, friends, and all their stuff fit without a problem. What's surprising is who's buying these vans. It's not just families on a budget anymore. We're seeing well-off buyers pick the Sienna over luxury SUVs. Looks like practicality is becoming the new premium as we check out our next fast-selling Toyota. Think about this. The Sienna is showing that sometimes the most practical choice can also be the most popular. But what happens when Toyota takes that winning formula and applies it to something a little more controversial? The BMW X4 is outselling many traditional models despite its limited cargo space. Why are people eager to pay $65,000 for this unique vehicle? The X4 moves fast off dealer lots, just 28 days on average, with only 706 available nationwide. 1,147 sold in 45 days. It's in high demand. BMW calls the X4 a sports activity coupe. It combines SUV height with a sporty sloped roof, sacrificing some practicality. On paper, it shouldn't work, but buyers love it. This reflects a shift in luxury buyer preferences. Style now trumps practicality for many. The X4 offers a distinctive look that stands out from typical SUVs. Buyers of these coupe SUVs tend to be younger and more affluent. They prioritize uniqueness over maximizing cargo space or rear headroom. As we look at our next bestseller, consider how the X4 success demonstrates the appeal of unconventional design in the auto market. The Toyota Corolla Cross is flying off dealer lots, spending just 20 days before someone buys it. People are shelling out around $31,000, hitting that sweet spot of affordability. The subcompact crossover market is booming right now. Sales of small cars and SUVs are growing faster than we've seen in years. Toyota made a smart move here. They took the trusted Corolla name and put it on a small SUV. It's like telling buyers they can have that reliable car they know. But with more cargo space in Toyota's lineup, the Corolla Cross sits between the Corolla sedan and the RAV4. It's for folks who want an SUV feel without emptying their wallet. A lot of buyers, especially first-timers, are going for these little crossovers. They're less daunting than bigger SUVs, but feel more grown up than compact cars. As we look at our next fast-selling Toyota, consider this: the Corolla Cross shows that sometimes the best new idea is just an old one with a twist. But what happens when Toyota applies that thinking to the luxury market? The Lexus RX Hybrid is making waves in the high-end SUV market. It's selling fast, with buyers willing to spend around $60,000 for this blend of luxury and efficiency. The RX Hybrid offers a mix of upscale features, advanced technology, and fuel savings. Lexus has created a spacious, comfortable SUV that's also easy on gas consumption. This combination is attracting a lot of attention. We're seeing a change in what luxury car buyers want. There's growing demand for high-end vehicles that are also environmentally conscious. The RX Hybrid meets this need with its plush interior and improved fuel economy. Interestingly, when gas prices climb, sales of luxury hybrids like the RX tend to increase. It's a reminder that even premium vehicles need to consider fuel costs. The RX Hybrid is proving that luxury and efficiency can go hand in hand. But how does Toyota apply this concept to more affordable models for the average consumer? You'd think sedans were on their way out, right? Well, the Toyota Camry didn't get the memo. It's flying off lots faster than our slowest seller. The Camry's quick turnaround and high sales volume show buyers are choosing this sedan over trendy SUVs. Toyota's moving a ton of Camrys, and it's easy to see why. They've got options for everyone. Want to save on gas? There's a hybrid. Need more power? They've got that too. Toyota figured out how to make one car that works for a bunch of different people. The Camry costs between $28,000 and $436,250. That's about the same as a lot of small SUVs. But here's the thing: you're getting a bigger car with better gas mileage. It's like getting more for your money. What's really interesting is the range of buyers going for Camrys. People are realizing that sometimes the classic choice is still the best one. The Camry is showing that there's still life in the sedan market. But how does it stack up against all the cars we've looked at today? Let's wrap this up with the big picture. We've seen a massive price gap between fast and slow-selling cars. It's a real eye-opener. The quick sellers, mostly affordable, practical rides, think Toyota's in chaos. Those slow movers, often pricey luxury models or niche vehicles. Brand reputation is huge right now. Toyota's dominating because people trust them to build reliable cars that hold their value. But it's more than just the name. Buyers want cars that make sense for their lives and wallets. Looking ahead, it seems practical is becoming the new premium. SUVs are still hot, but small, efficient cars are making a comeback, and hybrids. They're gaining traction across the board. It all comes down to getting the most value for your money in today's car market.